So today is going to be a sweet day because it's sugar beet harvest day, and I'm going to show you two methods, a cheaper version and a more expensive version. So if you want to know how to harvest sugar beet, stay with me. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Western Wilds. Today is sugar beet harvest day, and this in front of me is the more cheaper alternative way to harvesting sugar beets. So if you don't want to spend out a lot of money, this is the method for you. Let me talk you through it. If we're going to have a look on the map, then you can see the sugar beet has gone red, and if you look at the key on the side, it says remove foliage. So that means we've got to remove the tops of the sugar beet. But what does that actually mean? Well, if we go and have a look over at the sugar beet field, and if we go and kneel down and put the flashlight on, you can see we've got to remove the tops, which is these green bits. You can see the sugar beet in the ground, but we need to remove the green top bits first before we can actually dig the sugar beet out. So if we head to the shop and we go into tools and go across the Beet technology, we need this thing, what's called a topper. This will remove the green bits off the sugar beets and remove the tops, which is what it's asking for, remove foliage. That's what this thing does. It's a cheaper alternative coming in at 24.5 grand. Once you've done that, you then need one of these to actually dig the beet out the ground and put it in the back, and then you can transport it into a trailer. That's coming in at 98,500, which is the cheaper, still sounds a lot of money, but the cheaper alternative. And once all together, this is what it looks like. Topper on the front, beet harvester on the back. This is your cheaper alternative setup. But what's it look like in action? So if we jump into the tractor, we go ahead and start the tractor up. And if we just operate the front for now, you can see we'll get the beet harvester. We'll sort that out in a minute, but the topper on the front, we'll go and turn the topper on, so that's now spinning away. We can go and lower it down. And if I just show you here by creeping forward without the harvester on at the back, we should see it will remove the toppers. The beet topper is just doing exactly what it's meant to do. We'll pick it up, turn that off because it's quite a noisy thing this close up. Let's just go and have a quick jump out and have a look, you see. So you can see if we just go and kneel down now, it's done exactly what it's meant to do. It's took the green tops off. The beets are now there ready for the beet harvester to come along and dig them out of the ground. So let's go ahead, jump back in the tractor, start the tractor up again. We'll turn the topper on, we'll lower the topper down, and we'll switch across now to the harvester at the back. We'll go and turn that on as well. As you can see, that's all now started. If you look at the bottom corner, we will go and lower that down as well. And we'll slowly start creeping forward now. So the topper is going to be removing the green bits as we go. You can see the green bits are getting all mushed up and getting taken off. And as we carry on going through, the harvester at the back now is going to go and actually start taking the beets out of the ground and putting them straight into the back. Now, you can go about 6 miles an hour. I am literally just crawling along slow here so you can see exactly what is going on. So the beets are going in the back. So if we just go and stop there for now, and we'll go turn it all off and just jump out and have a look. So the top has done its job there nicely in the front of the tractor. The actual harvester has done its job, and if we just have a little look in here somewhere, I don't know if we're going to be able to actually see, just in there are where the beets are. So you can go and see now, if we go and turn the flashlight on and kneel down, they've gone. Everything's gone. This is now all been harvested. If you look just across there, you'll see that's what it was like. All gone. That is your cheaper alternative. It coming in just over 100 grand if you go and buy it to do sugar beets. Now let's take a look at the more expensive, maybe a little bit quicker way. This thing is the harvester, basically what you've just seen, but all in one. So you've got the top and everything on the front, and the actual harvester all is one big solid unit. This is the more expensive way. Quicker, holds more, and it's maybe only a little bit wider, but it's quite a lot different in price. So if we're going to have a look back in the Beet technology in the shop, then you can see the topper was 24.5 grand, 98,500 for the actual harvester. The header, the more expensive one that we've just seen, is 73,900 on its own. If we're going to have a look at the actual unit itself, 353,000 to get just the unit. That is a lot of money, coming in at over 400k to be able to get the full machine, the full setup. But it does do it all in one go. So this thing, when it's unfolded, then is a spectacular looking thing. Look what a machine this thing is. So if we go jump in, then we'll start her up. And this thing, it's all in one. So you can just simply lower it all down. The machine starts, the header lowers and everything. And then if we just creep forward, you'll see. If we zoom in a little bit so you can have a look. And if we just creep forward, you'll see it does it all in one swoop. So it takes the tops off, and then the machine itself rips the beets out the ground. You can see them in the conveyor belt there going up into the back. That is so cool. All in one. Now, you can lease this thing for a lot cheaper, but it's still a lot of money. But this is the more expensive version and the more expensive way of doing it. It's the way I like doing it. Just one machine. Now, this one is a unrealistic one. If you get the in-game ones, they don't hold as much. I think it's about 70,000 litres. This is about 250,000 litres. So going back to the cheaper version then, I'm just going to go and take this and unload it because we've got 528 litres in here. If you're not sure how to load it, you just simply put the pipe out. You can open your help menu at the top and it will show you. Put the pipe out and drive it over or near your favorite choice of trailer. I'm going to go for this one, and then you'll just see the conveyor belt feeds it straight into the back of the trailer. Now, there's not much in here, so there's not really much is going to come out, but it's as simple as that. And then you would obviously then go and drop it back down, put the pipe away, and go back and carry on harvesting your sugar beets. But I'm going to jump back into the most expensive one because it's quick and I like it. So let's jump back into the Colossus then. We'll drop this back down and we'll go down and do another pass. This thing looks awesome. Look at the view from inside. Now, I'm always worried about the inside view myself because you just want to try and make sure just not to miss a little strip on the side. Like that, you see. From inside, it looked okay. But then you find out when you go outside, you actually miss a little strip. So, yeah, I normally stick to outside view just to make sure that I've got every little bit that we can. But it does look great. What a machine. So this field's going pretty well then. I've got a worker just doing a few little bits, and as you can see, we are nearly at the limit of this machine at nearly 250,000 litres. You can see because the worker's on it, hence why the little police lights are going to sort of warn that it's got to its nearly full level, the full level. We are just about to hit that right about now. As you can see that I have unlocked the speed as well, so the worker is flying through. As you can see how long it took to stop. Now the turning, I must admit, the workers turning when they get to the end is it's a strange one. They seem to go in all shapes and sizes, all different patterns around it. Can't work it out. So let's jump into the tractor, let's drive over, let's empty the worker. And we might have to reset him again because he might have gone home. Is he still in there? Who's the worker? Let's have a look. He, she. This thing's dirty. Yep, he's still in there. Sometimes the workers go home and then you have to rehire them. So this one's going to try and carry on, but he's missing a bit. So what I might do is I might jump in and actually sack the worker. Because we need to, like, back up a bit. They've overshot quite a bit. So we'll go get this emptied first. There's a good chance, actually, this might fill this trailer completely. Something tells me this was around about 250,000 litre trailer. So we'll get this done, we'll set the worker back on track, and we'll get this field done. So a full trailer of sugar beet then. I'm going to bring this one straight up to the business park, and here at our sugar mill, I have had to tag it because there's so many different businesses on this site. I can't remember which one's which. There's some of the same style buildings, but do something else. So we're going to put this in here. We're going to tip this in. All of these are going to go in because we're only still on the little field. We've got a whole big field to go. So we are going to have a lot. This will only hold 300,000. So we're going to have a look in here. You can see 360. close. 360,000 of sugar beet. All them are in. So we can actually go and start this now, so we can actually get the sugar beet processing and get some lovely sugar. Now, we can also do sugar cane on here and sugar beet cut. Now, sugar cane is what I was looking at. I explained in previous episodes. We're going to run sugar beet and sugar cane, because sugar cane like regrows itself. It's an interesting one because it regrows itself. So like the sugar beet we've harvested now, we need to basically start again with that one. With the sugar cane, I think you get 3 to 5 harvests out of one plant of it, which is pretty cool. And while we're up at the business park, there's a couple of things I want to show you. This is the new building then that I've added on, new factory which has come out, and it's over by the staff car park right at the front. This brewery, we can make beer. I had seen and heard you could do it, but I never saw the factory, and I've stumbled across it. So this is now on the business park. If we take a look at the production chain inside, we can do wheat beer, barley beer, honey beer, and strawberry beer. This is going to be awesome. Just an extra little thing that we could do, because we've got a lot of honey and obviously a lot of strawberries. So why not? So we're going to be able to make some lovely beer from this production. This one is a new one as well. You can see it's taken from the oil mill. This is a paper factory. Now this is going to be something a little different, because what is interesting what you have to put into this. Looking on the production chain then for this paper factory, we have to put in wood chips, and it makes paper. And that's an interesting one. We don't have any trees on this whole farm, but I've got a plan for that. So down here then, between the grapes on the left and olives on the right, there was a bit of a gap in the middle. Now I'd left that for expansion of either the grapes or olives, but I think we've got enough of them. So this little bit in the middle, I've decided, and as you can see, I've ploughed already a field out. This is where I'm going to plant poplar. If you're not sure what they are, you will see that in a future episode. Poplar is basically, it's almost like trees, but they're not actual proper trees. It's an interesting one. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but you can then harvest them with a forage harvester, and it turns into wood chips. So this is going to be where we get our wood chips from. So not proper trees. It's like a load of twigs. You will see when we get to that one, but that is what's going to feed the paper factory. Back at the business park, this is a factory that I never knew existed on Farm Sim. This is a meat processing factory. Now, I'm sure you know exactly what one of them is. Basically, this is where you can bring your animals, put them in, and then this side you get pallets of meat. So cows, steaks, burgers, that kind of thing. I never knew that this existed. Now, this isn't an official mod by Giants. They don't put this in the actual game. I have actually witnessed over the past few days different types of these. This one is a very simple one where you literally drop your animals off around this side here, and then it does its business. And obviously, if we go in here and have a look at the menu, you can see we've got a lot of different things that we can have done here. So cut chicken, you've got beef, pork, lamb, and yeah, it basically makes all the kind of meats here. Cut chicken, beef, pork, lamb, and as a byproduct, we get pig food as well, which is even better on the bonus. So if you ever got animals and wondering, well, what do I do with like pigs? Because you get slurry, maybe manure off them. What else? Well, instead of selling them for money, why not bring them to one of these and make some pork chops out of them? Sorry, I said that a bit too excited there. Bacon. Get some bacon as well. Yeah, I never knew one of these existed. Now, like I said, there's different ones out there. I saw one, which I have got on here, and I'll give you a look at the building, but that's as far as we're going to take that. This is a different type of meat processing plant. This is more known as a slaughterhouse. Whoever's made this one has gone to some proper detail with this one. This has the full works in it. So on the right at the bottom, you can see, well, the building's nearly 800, well, it is just over 850,000. It's very expensive. But boy, is it detailed. The doors on the right at the bottom, you can see you back up the trailer to it, offload your animals. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but let's just say inside, there's a full conveyor belt system. There's a full staff inside. Every door opens on the building, and you see everything. When I say everything, I mean everything, from how the animals are processed, should we say. They get, basically, they go through the building. It's split up inside of different rooms. They go through and you see the full works. Let's just say the full hosing down of everything. Yeah, you see it all. So you can go from a unit like I've got, or something very, very detailed like this. Who knew they existed? So I'm going to stick with this one then, because it is just a nice, plain, simple one. Does its job, and the boxes come outside here. The other one, you get plastic crates where you actually see legs. Yeah, anyway, you actually see, you see the full thing. So no, not surprising that this isn't actually part of Giant's actual official mods, because this is a kid-friendly game. Now the worker has finished off on that field, so before we get back to the sugar beet, I'll just quickly go through and show you this is part of the mod pack as well for the meat processing unit. This is the sell point. Now that's one thing you will find. You want to try and find a mod that's got a sell point, because not a lot of these sell points on the part of the game know what the actual meat products are, because it doesn't really exist. So you need to make sure you look out for that. And this one is epic, because everything that meat processing place like produces, it's sold here. So it's another great income. You know, if you've got pigs that, you know, you want to get rid of some of the older pigs, process them through, sell the meat here, and let them reproduce, and new pigs come in. Very good, very handy. Something different. Speaking of something different, then the last one that I'm going to show you for this episode, this is a Marmalade Factory. Something I stumbled across while I was finding the meat processing one. It's very nifty. Automatic gate, opens at 9 AM, closes at 8 PM, and the gates, you can't shut them. It does it for you. Now, this one's a little bit puzzling for me at the minute, because I can't get it to work. It looks very nice. But look at this. So it says plums. So you make marmalade. Now, I assumed we could put strawberries in here and get like maybe strawberry jam and, you know, stuff. You can see in here, look, you see, this is what they are. But for the life of me, I can't get it to work. Walking into the door, I can't get it to work. Now, if we come across here where you would normally go into the actual menu to see about it, as you can see, it doesn't take me to any actual menu. It's not listed in the products chain. It's just gone back to the meat processing one, the last one we were on. So I can't work out what we need to put in here. Now, the plums give away, but I'm not aware of, can we do plums in this game? So, for now, it's been put in, and I'm going to try and look into this one a little bit more, but I thought I'll show you since we're up here, because you would have seen it. I thought, oh, what's that over there? And yeah, they all spawn here. It looks very nice. It looks great. And then obviously, if we just zoom through here, I did make this area here. And yeah, this is where we can sell the beer. This little beer sell point. And this little market, which it comes part as all this here. This little market here is where we can sell all the jam and a lot of things. Maybe some of the meat as well. So yeah, it's really handy. If you want to see all these things working then, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget, hit subscribe. Stay tuned, you will see episodes in the future of all these productions working. So the work is done then on this field, so we're just going to go through and empty this one. I've gone and changed the capacity on the trailer, so it was on its minimum, which is 250. I've gone and upgraded it to the maximum, which is 550 now, just to give us a little bit more room, because it's filled up so quickly on the first go. So we're going to empty the combine on this one, and then we can turn it around and we can start the next field, which is the bigger field. We're going to get a lot of sugar beet from here. So the sugar beet factory is pretty much full. We might just go and run this last little bit up there, and then the rest of it is going to go and store in the silo for a rainy day. So because this field's a little bit tight up to the silo bunker here, I'm just going to go through and go across this way and just see if we can take a couple of strips off this way, just to give the work a little bit more room, because the worker's going to have a bit of a job getting towards the end here. So we just take a couple of strips off. We should be able to send the worker up and down, and all should be good. We have also got a lot more things to try and harvest as well, which are going to come up in future episodes. We've got sunflowers to do, and the soybeans are ready to go. Hopefully, that's everything that needs harvesting for this year. We have got snow on the way. Looking at the little forecast at the top there, it says sun at the minute, but snow is on the way. So hopefully we can get this one done before the snow does rock up. So hopefully 4 strips across the top then should give the worker enough room to be able to turn around. So if we go and lift the header here, and we'll just go and start this side. We'll get the worker lined up, set the worker on the way. Yeah, we're going to get a lot off this field then. This field's a lot. It's not as long, but it's wide. So we are going to get a lot of sugar beet on here. So we'll line up, set the worker off there, jump out, and let the worker carry on sorting that out. Looking good. So we'll just go and tip the rest of this, or as much as we can. I don't think it would take it all, but we'll get as much as we can into the sugar mill. We want it processing as much as we can. Oh, it's took it all, which is good. So that should be topped up lovely now. So while I'm at the business part then, I have just noticed that our spinneries have got a couple more pallets of fabric. So if we just go pick up this and run it straight across the other end to our tailor shops, they are making us some lovely clothes. We'll drop it in here because these are running out at the minute. So we'll just drop that there. That will all go in there nice. That should kickstart that. If we're going to have a quick look in here and into this option here. Bit of fabric, you see. So we've got some clothes being made. Not quite got enough yet. We might have... I think we've had one so far. One pallet. We're nearly onto the second pallet. So I'll go move the fabric across. So that's 2 fabric into one tailor shop and another 2 fabric into this one. Now 2 tailor shops because they are a little bit slow. It's the same with the spinneries as well. They're a little bit slow. So we've got 2 of them, and 2 tailor shops should now keep on top and make some lovely clothes. So hopefully soon we should be able to get some of these businesses going. We just need to sort of go through and sort out. We need to bring some more wool across to the spinneries. This is a corn dryer. Again, we should bring some corn in, and we get some dried corn. Fetches a bit more than normal corn. A lot of these will be able to get started. Hopefully we'll be able to start the flour factory soon. We have got plenty of oats. That might be good. Bring a load up there and put it in. The flour factory is around here somewhere. It's this one here. Here's the grey mill. So we should be able to bring some into there and get some lovely flour starting to make. And then we could take some of that flour across over there to the bakery and get some bread. We've got some ice cream. It's all going. And also here, we should have some lovely raisins. Let's have a quick look and see if we've got some raisins. Oh, we've got 5,600 litres of raisins. Nice. So that means we've got honey, we've got oats, we've got corn, we've got raisins. We can start the cereal factory. Anybody know where it is? Where did I put the cereal factory? It's the only problem when you've got so many businesses. Where's what here now? Where's the cereal factory? There's the oils. Is it that one? No, that's the shit. Oh yeah, is it this one? Are you cereals? Yeah, you're cereals. So many businesses kicking around. Let's have a look in here. Yep, it's the one. So we've got everything now. So we can start making some cereals. Well, we will get stuff moved across then in another episode. Let's go and have a look and see how the workers are getting on. So the workers doing a good job here. Another 90,000 litres just off these few rows. We are not going to run out of sugar beet for quite a while. Now, it just makes me wonder, do we need to use this field again for sugar beet? Because what I was planning on doing is just stitching this field and this one here together. And I was going to put sugar beet in again. But do we need to? I mean, we've got a lot. It's always handy to have. I mean, we can sell sugar beet on its own. So we don't have to turn it into sugar. But we could maybe squeeze in another sugar factory somewhere. Because, you know, we haven't got enough factories. And we could try and make it, double the speed. But then we are going to get sugar cane, which is also going to help in the same sugar mill. So you've got normal sugar beet turning into sugar. And sugar cane turning into sugar. So 2 processes running at once is going to technically double the speed in one factory. So the worker's doing a good job then. We've got to this stage now and the worker just needs unloading. He's got a full grain tank as it come up and told me. But while the worker's been doing that then, I've just been trimming up the fields. So just making sure then the path here is nice. All the fields are nice and level. That was the sugar beet field that we've just harvested. And then we're just moving on to this one now. So now obviously there's nothing, no crops in them. Easier to kind of just go and tidy up the edges to make them nice and level. Now this is quite a wide path down the middle. I'm not sure whether to maybe extend these fields out a little bit. Make it a little bit narrower. I'm not sure yet. I don't think there's really any need to. But we'll see as time goes on. So we just have a look on the map. You can see the pink bit is where the sugar beet was. So if you have a look at these little edges here, you can see how it wasn't level at all. You can just see the pink bit is just not level, just off there. A bit funky going on here. That was my accidental taking it out with a cultivator. And if we go across to this one here, you'll see, there you go, that's now what it looks like. It's been stitched together there. Ignore the little blue bit just there. It's been stitched together, all nice and level, all the way down here and across the top and all the way down this side here. And yeah, that's been done. Thank you to Nikki who got in touch and says, yeah, I really want to see me level these up as well. The level edges, the jagged edges make her on edge. So we level them up so they're all looking a lot better. Still got that field to go over there. We've got to wait for the wheat to come out of that field before we can try and trim that one up. Everything else is looking nice and neat and trimmed up properly. So the harvesting's all complete and the harvester is put back and all filled up and nice and clean. But what did we get in total? 414,000 litres off the rest of that field. So the sugar mill is pretty much full. These are going to go into the silo for a rainy day. The sugar mill is quite slow, so we're not going to get through these too quick. But I don't think there's anything else that needs sugar beet. I might be wrong, but we could get a machine or a process that actually cuts the sugar beet and turns it into sugar beet cut. We could do that, and then you could put sugar beet cut into the sugar plant. There's a possibility. But for now, we're just going to put them into the silo. Everything's stored in here. And it's starting to stack up the stuff we've got in here now. So let's go tip this in here. Everything else is looking good. Sunflowers and soybeans we're going to do in another episode. We've got grass to do again. Animals. Yeah, there's a lot of things. And hopefully we should be able to start some productions as well. We'll take a look at getting the cereals up and running. And obviously in winter time, the snow is on the way. I'm not sure exactly when the snow's going to turn up. So according to the calendar, then we can see snow appearing from 5 o'clock. So in the next couple of hours, we are going to get some snow on the ground. It looks nice, but it kind of stops everything. So maybe we need to try and get some of these crops. Are we going to be able to get the sunflowers and the soybeans done before? Probably not. So we might have to juggle that between the snow. But for now, though, the sugar beet is done and dusted. So don't forget, hit subscribe, turn the bell on, and give us a thumbs up if you are liking these episodes. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.